So I was hoping our friend Amadeus was, very eager to do this podcast, but I don't know what happened. He is missing in action. He ghosted me yet again, but that's okay. Maybe, he's having some connection issues or some logistic issues or some temperamental issues. I have no idea. But he is a radical. He's a genius rapper, and he is a freestyler like nobody I've ever seen. It's not many that I've seen, but I'm the old school rap lover like Pac and those early days.
But
And
Tupac,
yes.
Tupac is like mid. That I mean, like in the
Oh,
middle
no, no, no.
area.
I
I'm into
can dispute with you
you know
because
Man
you're the
Parrish?
LA guy. No, for me that
Oh
yes, okay.
baby.
Okay, I need to check that. So my history starts from there. So that's what I'm quoting. I'm sure you know more because you saw the evolution yourself. You witnessed it firsthand.
Oh, not that early. I mean, Man Parrish. He was a DJ for Studio 54.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and so it's like electro.
Okay.
It's like early 80s. So I was born in 83.
Oh, okay.
So this predates even my birth.
Right. But again, you don't have to be born before that or during that time. Like for me, the Doors have is my Beatles actually. I don't believe in Beatles. I believe in the Doors. So they were mid 60s and they totally represent of who I am.
Mm.
I think I am misplaced, so to say, born in a wrong era. But maybe what happens is sometimes I have felt that one previous generation is the effect that you have in the following generation. Because, for example, in 60s, the hippie culture was evolving. So those people were not necessarily purely hippie because they were still under the influence of 50s.
Hmm.
So I can say that in 70s because I don't like 70s so much. I like 80s and 90s, early 90s or early 90s and late 90s. But I totally can relate to the Doors and then
Beach
um,
Boys?
Beach Boys. I have not heard so much, but
I guess
that,
I just wasn't made for these times.
okay.
I
So,
always wonder, like, when somebody says that, like, do they ever mean the future?
okay.
They always mean the past.
Yes.
But, like, maybe the time that you're waiting for is 50 years after you passed.
Mm, yes, but and I totally am into this juxtaposition of past and future because
Mm.
yeah, I'm these days studying Joe Dispenza, I think what's his name, something like that, and I'm really really intrigued by his studies and yeah, Joe Dispenza, right? And extreme and he is basically focused on the lack that the past brings to us and the happiness or the possibility and the positivity that the future carries.
Mm.
So not so distant future, like 50 years after I pass away, but definitely I'm more of a future guy. I used to be, I was never much into history. Of course, I always used it as a reference point, But for me, history repeats itself, like they say. But essentially, it's the same old psychological needs that we interpret in different ways, in different art forms, and of course, technology as well. Because technology follows the trend, and then the trend follows technology if it's groundbreaking. But essentially, the stories are all the same. No story is new. It revolves around human nature and psyche. So, in context of the future, that you just mentioned, and the flip between the past and future, because again, Joe says that past is the source of stress, and it stops blocks abundance. However, I believe past is a great reference point, and experience is all about past. And but he says that you can experience future as well. And if you want abundance, you need to experience future now to attract abundance, which is a very effing novel concept. But I have started manifesting it already, and it has started working for me already. I've been into Joe for, you can say, 2 months, past 2 months, and it's been working wonders. But of course, your taste cannot be in future things that don't.
I really like the concept that's explored in The Great Gatsby regarding this. Are you
Uh-huh.
familiar?
I am familiar with Great Gatsby, but no, what specifically are you?
He analogizes it to a rowboat.
Uh,
So
Rome.
you're facing
Mhm.
the past,
Okay.
rowing into the future with
Okay.
your head. So you're not looking at where you're going.
Uh-huh.
You're looking at your past, and it's
Wow.
like as if you're trying to reach your past, like you're looking at this destination that
Wow.
is in the past, and you are rowing into the future and getting farther away from the thing that you're trying to aim toward.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. So I think then the
Rowing ceaselessly against the current.
yes, yes. And then I think the intersection would be Eckhart Tolle, in the sense that he talks only about present. He says that there is no such thing as past and there is no such thing as future. Present is all that matters, and we should stay rooted in present, which is structurally, very true, and virtually, is true in every situation, that what we are experiencing. Because everything is an experience. As a UX designer, I've you know uh, come to the realization that everything in life is yeah, he is in the greatest rapper of our times, Amadeus. I cannot hear you, buddy. Oh, no, not buddy, bro. You're not a buddy, you're a bro. I cannot still hear you. Yes, yeah, I got your voice a little. Yeah,
Got it, goddamn it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
How is you?
Very well, very well. How are you doing? We were talking about your genius talents, specifically freestyling. And I said, I, grade him next to the great Pack. But he said, I told him that that was my first experience to in the world of, legendary rap. But he said that
Yeah.
because he's a Californian, so he knows more about the evolution of rap since early 80s. This is my friend Evan. He's
Evan.
a
Yeah.
great,
I don't see you. Where you at, man? This is video. I can't see the video.
In Brooklyn, in my room, in my tiny little room.
Oh yeah, me too. I live in this is my gym. This is where I live at. See?
Oh
Working on
shit,
it.
it's blurred.
Yeah.
It's blurred. Yeah.
that's a lot of space.
Yeah. That's what it was my mother's garage. I'm building a room. Actually, I'm almost done with it. I'm headed your way. I'm coming down that way today, tomorrow. Uh, I'll be there this weekend.
Okay, so yeah, so Evan
Yeah, so
is
I was talking about Studio 54
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and kind
Oh,
of the origins of rap.
I
It
wanted
didn't
to
start in the 90s.
I wanted to introduce both of you.
mhm.
Formal introductions.
Yeah.
So this is Evan. He's a great comedian and intellectual, and we have lots of discourses. And maybe you have seen our podcast yesterday, or day before yesterday. And he specializes in he claims, and I yet have to witness him practicing his chops when it comes to black comedy. Evan.
They're trying to get that type five. How can
Yeah,
I
no,
say this?
my five is pretty tight. My five's
Yeah,
pretty tight. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's you can call it black comedy, if you want. It's just my experiences. It's just that it resonates with black people because I've shared certain experiences that, you know, link me to those cultures.
Yeah, yeah. Is it possible I get an invitation code? My lawyer wants to come in here. She's cool as shit. She's you
Invitation
hear
code.
me?
I think you can use
Yeah.
the same link.
He's okay, because this said only you can send invites. Hold on, I'm gonna send it to her now. She's a really big firm.
Oh,
You
cool.
can um yeah, so how long you been doing that, Evan, though? Like, because comedy for me has been off and on for about 5 years, I would say.
Yeah, a little over a year. I mean,
Yeah.
almost a year and a half now.
Okay.
You like Grizzly Pear a lot, huh? Amadeus?
Well, I just ended up there. I was out there, so I ended up getting stranded for the
Oh
night.
yeah. I mean, every time
Oh
I
fucking
go on
yeah.
a trip, it is from Grizzly Pear. So I thought you have something going on over there, and you like the
Yeah.
stage, the
Yeah.
ambience.
I ended up getting off in I think it was it the waterfront? What's it called? Oh my God. I'm sorry, my head's messed up. I got off the bus right by Grand Central. I was over there. And I was over there most of the night, just moving around. Went to the Grizzly Pear. I went to a couple places. That Grizzly Pear was the only place that was actually active at that time. So
Yeah, that's the
they
problem
don't update
we
that app enough.
we faced in Queens as well yesterday. We were embarrassed at the Grove. We were
Yeah.
embarrassed at the Windjammer. We were embarrassed at the QED for the first time. The second time we got it. What was the third place? Oliver's, we were successful. There was, yeah. So, yeah, that's why I like Brooklyn so much because Brooklyn may be broke, but and it needs to be fixed. But the good thing is that they are open and they are really, solid and firm on their timings and the shows. If it is advertised, it's gonna be there, irrespective
Yeah.
of.
Well, I mean, I really like the Music Kitchen a lot. That was like one of my best.
Oh wow, your performance over there.
That's my element, man. You know, live bands, talented musicians.
That was the first time I saw you, and I was like, "What? F? Who's this guy?"
Yeah. Now I really like. It's hard to find places like when you're not stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan to go back.
Mhm.
Actually, what happened with like I know we got the open mic, the Thursday open mic still open and all that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm working on coming that way, man. There's a few things I got. There's a place in I think it's like Jersey City. They got this. It's like a cafe, but you can do podcasts there. They got the whole setup and everything.
Okay.
So I was thinking about something there. Yeah, I have you
Where are
guys
you
for
located at?
sure. Right now, I'm in Mass. I was locked in trying to get my health back together. You know, building muscle back. I've been a year without practice, so but yeah.
Marius
So
has been a
I mean,
fighter as well as a professional fighter as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Well, amateur fighter, amateur fighter. Yeah.
I mean, MMA. I mean, as long as anyone is ready to take a punch, for me, there is more respect than stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's
like once
funny.
you get it, once you've got it, it never leaves you because
Yeah,
it's like other people can see, they can tell there's just something.
yeah. So aura, yeah.
and it
Well,
is
I talked about that on a recent podcast because people ask questions like, it's just like, well, what can I do? I don't look like you can't shake the oil, and without the tattoos, with the tattoos or not, I just have that oil. I grew up fighting like every day, so when I actually stepped into the fight with the pros or whatever, it was like it was nothing. Very comfortable in violence. So yeah.
yeah,
So it was actually I actually went for my nerve damage. It really calms you down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They found I have a developmental anomaly in left parietal. And that's when I started training. So like 2 months in, I caught a fight. Like, yeah, I just started doing real good. So I just came right back to me real fast. Running every day, 5K every day, working out, taking care of my kids. Yeah, it was fun. So now I ended up here, got into a car accident, got stuck here, and I ran into an old friend who does really, really great engineering. And so I got back into the music, changed my name again, and did this. I had all these demos with me. And coming back home, I had all these enemies and all that. I was still doing comedy a little bit, but yeah, all that stuff just spilled out of me. I love the craft. I just always did it my whole life, so just
yeah.
keep leveling up. Yeah,
I
yep.
mean, I used to think that I'm doing the most daring stuff in the sense that I do Freddy's Bar, and then just after that, I go to Brooklyn Music Kitchen, and initially it was scary. Initially it was energy consuming, but then I
Mhm.
got addicted to it.
Yeah,
In your case, you are part of the two most important movements of our time, stand-up comedy and MMA. And of course, comedy has been there for a while, but MMA in its like prime now and been, brewing for like last 20, 30 years. But now it's like taking the giant, biggest leap. And
yeah,
who are part of both these two revolutions. And of course, music is. I mean, I have not seen you fighting, or I've seen you doing comedy, but music is out of the world. And yes, so your contribution to society right now is peak.
yeah. I think to take part, like meeting you there too, because I'm like, yo, he's like me. Like you're into tech, like you're into a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's good to, and you're broke. We were both broke at the goddamn watching the fight. So I
Yep.
was like, yeah, we do the most, get the least right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's fun because in the state that we're in, the way people communicate, it feels good to go out. It's just culture, you know.
Yes, yes,
It's culture. Like I think we're in a renaissance right now, especially with
yes,
thought. Most of anything, thought, science is coming back. You know, everything's being broken down into facts. There's no more.
yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Well, what do you think about the mix of the two mediums too? Because I mean, you have that sometimes with content creators, they have it. But
yeah.
I mean, I've been talking about having a fighting league for comics. You know, you do a roast battle. If you
That'll be
lose,
real good, man. That'll be real good.
That's a
Yeah,
fucking brave idea.
yeah. That'll be real good.
there, there's a few comedians out there that actually do some amateur boxing, amateur MMA. Like,
You
there's
Yeah,
enough
are in the
people
hub
that do
of
it.
you're in the boxing capital of the world. You're in Brooklyn,
yeah,
the gangster's paradise.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
No, it's just cool. I think for urban culture in general, like even with gentrification and all that other stuff, like if you live in an urban area, you're just gonna fall into getting fit. You know what I'm saying? Not just fit to look good, but fit to live. And I think that's very, especially now in these days and times, we all kind of blending together. It's good that people can walk around with more confidence and share culture.
Right.
Stop saying crazy words like appropriation and things like that. And just we all we all live in the same place. If
Here
it's
he
fun, do
comes.
it. You know?
Here he
Yeah.
comes. Here comes the war poet.
Right.
He's a great poet, Evan. You would love to, explore his material. He's a great poet because as a freestyler, he's of course there, but as the way the things that I see him in his poetry is freedom fighter and war poet and things like that.
Well,
That
it's like it's when you're talking about appropriation, for instance,
Yeah.
right? It's like somebody taking something from you,
Right.
culturally,
Yeah.
and then redefining it under their cultural terms rather than your own. And it's like,
Yeah.
if you're in a battle like that, you can't just like saying crying cultural appropriation. That's
Yeah.
just like whining,
Right.
You're just like, no, don't. Like you have
No.
to get into the fight and you have to win because if they're creating the context of, like something like woke, a word like
Yeah.
woke,
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
know,
I was about to.
you define the word and then you let somebody else redefine the word, and you're not like fighting for the definition, you're complaining about what they're doing, and you're never going to be able to control their behavior. You have to like step up, like if there was great music
Mhm.
referencing woke, if there was great art referencing woke using the terms that you're trying to define, then it wouldn't be appropriated from you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was talking about the same issue in boxing and Brooklyn, and I had a lesbian friend, and she was a boxer,
Mhm.
and while I was, the app that I was working on, Amadeus, I told you, Fund My Fight. So
Yeah.
for that, I wanted to visit a couple of gyms and see what is the potential, and she wanted me to get accustomed to different. She was Italian, she is, and with boxing background. But I never gathered my nerves, the misogynist I am.
You should
Uh,
have beat her up, man. You should
yeah.
have.
So, so I never gathered my courage to be introduced to a boxing gym by a woman.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
That's
but
a
I mean,
nice.
my mom's introduced me, man. So it is
I mean,
what it is.
she's a great guitarist and a sexy player as well. She wanted to join one of the jams in Brooklyn Music Kitchen, but again, I was. Does it make it cultural appropriation, Evan?
No,
No, no.
no. Although
It's
maybe like if
gender
you lose
appropriation.
that roast battle, maybe rather than fighting another comedian, you just have a woman professional come in and beat your ass.
There you go. Right, right.
Well,
You know,
she's
it's just really good is all these influencers fighting, man. I was really
Mhm.
thinking about podcasting just so I could beat some people up. You know what I mean? They ain't got to know nothing. I was like, yeah, I'll box you, whatever. I won't even train. You know, it'd be like the Great White Hype. He's in there throwing his hands on me and cornflakes and Cheetos for breakfast, watching cartoons on Saturday, waiting to wipe them or whatever. Yeah, I like the fighting. I like everything, man. So I was thinking you tell your lesbian friend.
yeah.
Atif, since I've been out there, I got a lesbian pregnant, right?
Okay,
I was in a throuple. This is a true story.
okay. Wow.
I met a girl at a
Tell
show.
us the
Yeah,
story. Tell us the
yeah,
story.
she was, yeah,
And
we was singing.
anybody who likes a woman is a lesbian, like including myself.
That ass, yeah. I told her I love a female body too. You
Yeah,
know, I
yeah.
never been in a throuple. It was fun. Three ugly people, right? That's what they call that.
I was once having and their dogs were barking, and they said that he has a detachment issue, and then the doggy style took just a new meaning for me,
Yeah.
and taking photographs and we playing and the dogs barking. It was like a scene from an Oliver Stone movie.
I wanted to get a dog. I really did. I
Yeah.
want a dog, man. I've been so you see, I taking time off, trying to get more fit. But actually, I found out I had another anomaly in my brain, so I ain't tell anybody because you talk about things after they done this. It's all done and I beat it. But yeah, so I ain't been putting out no content. I've been locked in, just fighting against this.
But
So
what more fit can you get than what you are already? I cannot understand.
oh man, I was soft, bro. I was soft, bro. I was like, falling asleep at random times. Like anything like bread puts me to sleep. If I eat pasta, I'm going to sleep.
Oh,
Things like that. It's weird. And I've not being in a relationship for a year was good, but now like, I'm getting frustrated. But
hmm.
yeah, the treatment because I'm not stable at home, so the treatment's been a little bit struggling. So at some point, it was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna hit the gym. That's it. That's what I've
Yeah,
been
gym
doing.
is the best
Yeah,
place of worship for me.
yeah, it is. It's like church. It really is. It really is.
Whether it is
So I
yoga.
got bags here. I got two heavy bags. I got a treadmill.
Okay.
Little portable gym. Yeah, yeah, I do it.
I mean, over
Well,
the
you know,
years,
my studio's here. You know.
I have wired my brain in the sense that do variety of things like yoga, Zumba, weightlifting, swimming, different things. So my what do you reflexes stay more alert. That's what I want now at this age. Just being able to wake up without any pain is uh, part of my gratitude.
Yeah. But I wish I was there with you, but I'm not. I'm popping pills every day, but I do stretch a lot.
Mhm.
And I'm feeling better.
Mhm.
I don't wake up in a lot of pain, but yeah. And because the car accident that landed me here too, but I swear, man, I've been just absorbing content, studying everything, learning all these different things. So I got a lot of content on the way, stacking, songs. I'm already on my next album, so yeah. As far as trying to raise funds, get my time. I haven't had a tight five. I've been doing comedy for 5 years. I still ain't got 5 minutes. I can't just focus. I can't focus on too much stuff be happening now all at the
Yes,
same time. Too
sometimes
much.
if you have too much to say, then it becomes troublesome to you know
Yeah,
number them and in bullets and tell them one by one.
yeah. I know Evan been doing it for a year. He said he got his tight five, man. I don't know how you did that.
Mhm.
Well, it's the same way that I exercise. I don't.
Which is,
I don't. I just make I just make everything as hard on myself as I possibly can.
yeah, yeah,
So I walk a lot, you know. I
yeah.
dance a lot,
That's great.
Dance is really
Dance is
good.
the best exercise. Dance
and
is
I
Dance
just
is probably one of the most healthiest. It's like it's not. It's a shaman will ask you. He said, I have problems in my life. And, he'll be like, "Well, when did you stop dancing? You ever heard that before?"
hmm
Big question the shaman would ask you. When did you stop dancing? Like, when did you start caring so much about other people that you stop caring about yourself? Honest self-expression. I love dancing. Dancing is good.
right,
You
and
know.
that's why women, really trust dancing. Anyone who's good on the floor is good in the bed.
hmm
Oh hell yeah. Yeah. I, don't,
I mean,
I was
initially.
in the dance group when I was a kid. I was in the dance group. You know that I was on TV and all that, signing autographs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was like 13 years. I still love dancing.
But
Yeah.
what kind of style?
Remember old school like MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice back in the
I,
day.
I love that.
Yeah, we had the match in MC Hammer. My man's more rest in peace Tall said his brother was the drummer boy pants, African outfits, yeah, high top fades and gumbies, doing backflips. It was fun, man.
And my
It was
Running
fun.
Man is terrible.
Yeah, you know what? Now I think of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The kids don't even do the Running Man no more. They do something different. They call it the Running Man. It's not the Running Man. It's like the new school Running Man. I don't know what it is.
I started
Yeah, it's
liking
like
shuffle a lot. I find myself watching lots of shuffle videos on TikTok, and
yeah.
because of my knees, of course, I cannot do it, but just watching itself is so much fun.
Now these new kids, these dances, these TikTok dances,
Yeah,
I love them, man. Yeah, I
revolution.
thought that was died out a long time ago, but I mean, you know,
Yeah,
when you got blonde haired women out in Switzerland twerking. I mean, we doing something right over here in America, man. I'm telling
Now I'm partial to
you.
FKA Twigs out here.
Who, who's that?
FKA Twigs. She's
What's
a
that?
she's like a UK based like experimental R&B, alt R&B artist. She she was such a great dancer that she got a record contract. That's maybe a way that you could define her, but it's amazing. She puts pole work in her videos and shit, and it's
oh,
next level.
wow.
Okay.
I bet she's not better than the Olympics dancer.
Oh,
Yo, the break,
she's
the
the
break.
best.
Oh my god, bro. That but I really hope they do put it in the Olympics because there's some really, really good b boys out there right now. What they done with that? I mean, I'm glad that she did it. It was embarrassing. It's cringe on all sorts of levels, man. But I hope they do add it. If they do add it to the Olympics, you're gonna see an explosion. You
And that's
know,
like cultural
If-
appropriation right there, because it's like
Absolutely.
you could be talking about there's a different, like, why should the Olympics have that?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
If they should have something like that, there should be a dance battle and the contemporary street style, and that would be
Yeah.
better than any fucking Olympics, because I hate Olympics and I hate all these athletics and
yeah,
bullshit because
Put skateboarding in there, have hip hop culture in there, and then in 10 years it'd be bigger than the Olympics. So
yes,
why should the
yeah.
Olympics?
because it's music and dance, and
Yeah,
fitness.
like the whole Red Bull tour. Like if the Red Bull X Games in the United States, like the World Olympics, should get
Yeah.
together and actually make something that's more today and tomorrow. And you don't have to get rid of anything. You actually have another season of Olympics every 4 years. You got the Summer Olympics, you got the Winter Olympics. You know what I'm saying? You can have
I
like
don't know.
Spring Olympics on the off years or something.
I don't
You
know if
know?
I told you that I was friends with the International Amateur Boxing Association's chairman. He was a
Yeah.
Pakistani guy, yeah. And I wrote his profile for Sydney Olympics in 2000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his name was Professor Anwar Chaudhary, and the current scoring system is also derived by him, designed by him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was.
You a big nerd, huh? You're just a
Yeah.
nerd.
So
I get
then
it.
after his death, there was a lot of complications with the Russian mafia people and Italian mafia people trying to be the take hold of the chairmanship.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was very close to him. I wrote his resume as well, which was like 40 pages because so many countries gave him honorary citizenship and so many honorary doctorate degrees and so much.
Oh,
Uh,
that's crazy.
Like,
uh,
what about the Rumble in the Jungle? You know,
wow. The
why don't we have more fucking international sporting events in Africa,
Yeah.
in South America
Oh,
for
just
that matter?
They're
You
planning
know,
something in
well,
US.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna end up in a world for like just shows. Everything's just gonna be a show. Everything's gonna be a show. Like Jake Logan, whatever, Paul Logan. I mean, I'm not saying he can't box, but I am not intimidated by that man. I'll tell you that. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
That will be his
um,
that will be his
it,
nightmare and the end of his career. The moment
I'll
he's gonna
fight him. I'll
challenge
fight him.
anyone like you. You see, he's challenging the Joe Bidens of the world, and if he goes against someone like you, from under,
Yeah.
that's gonna be the end of his career, and he knows that. He knows
he
that.
knows it.
Yeah.
It's
But
all
it's
just
just a show, though, man.
marketing.
I'm listen. Get the money. It's a cash grab for anybody he calls out. You know what I mean? And
Yes, that's
the,
the problem.
the and the fun, but the worst part is people actually believe it's not. I mean, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Just
the
enjoy the
moment.
show. It's
Most
all it
people
is. It's
don't
a show.
care. You
Yeah.
Yeah,
know,
exactly. That's the problem. That's the problem.
they
And
don't care actually
Um,
who's the best. They just want a show.
they
yeah,
want the show. They want the pandemonium. They want the build up. They want the
and it's
lights. They
like a
want
fucking
everything.
shitty show. The
Yeah.
fight Tyson was embarrassing, and though it
Yeah.
may have generated pay-per-view, but the thing is, at the end of the fight, everybody was disgruntled.
Because they bought into it. Like, don't buy into it for what it is. Fucking circus. You know what I mean? Just buy into the circus. That's what you're going to see. Like people, but a lot of people are distracted. So the smoke and mirrors is good at some point, but like, when it spills into my culture, you see all these guys, oh, I'm a drill rap, I'm this and I'm that. I'm like, bro, you're not that. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I mean, we are
I have,
living
I have
in
kids.
Canelo and Floyd, so I don't even understand where is the room for all this bullshit. I mean, they're
Yes.
artists and they're craftsmen. Uh,
Yeah.
they have actually,
Where like artisanal rap,
yes,
artisanal music is it's important, and I think that it's getting drowned out by the circus, which is fine. But I really meet people, especially other artists, young artists, beautiful artists, talented artists that are buying into this shit, and I'm like, bro,
yeah,
I'm giving like the keys. The key to the universe is in the craft. What are you doing?
exactly.
Following this bozo and I mean I know grown men who wear the shice mask and like they da 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 like people are really dying over this. And I'm like, for me it's whatever. It's gonna make room for me. But I mean it's just
Yeah,
sad that yeah, it's not like we gotta make smart cool. Smart gotta be cool again. And that's what the Renaissance is doing. And some of my favorite rappers are actually really artisanal. I mean, they're millionaires and nobody's ever heard of them, but their craftsmanship, the way they put it together, the time they put in, the journey they've been on, it's all respectable. So, I mean, I think it's all gonna come back around. But this has been like this forever. It's always been a circus, and underneath the circus is the foundation of the culture. We talk about even like with comedy. Um, I got upset, with comedy when I got canceled at an open mic. I'm like, dude, please let
Well,
me
they,
work through this.
wow,
Yeah,
they know you.
Well, we're
it's
all
just that.
equal,
It's like,
and everybody's
yeah,
opinion matters, and everybody's opinion counts, no matter how
And if
ignorant it is, whether it came from true sourcing or not. We all have to
yeah,
treat everybody with kindness and dignity and respect, no matter where they're coming from, or whether they have skill or no skill, whether they know what they're saying or what the words mean or what they don't, or whether they're making a coherent argument. You have to treat it all the same.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
for
how it
sure.
should
And I
be.
in the open mics too, it's like we're paying to get on a lot of these mics, and we're all comedians, and like
the
I don't
problem,
know.
the problem with you is that your persona is much more audacious than you are.
I guess so. I don't
It
know.
triggers people,
It really does. It
It
really
triggers the
does.
phonies.
Yeah, they get upset. It's cool. But I mean, the spots that I would rank, like, Philly was a good place. I mean, I love the Mondays at St. Laz. Shout out to the comedy college and all over there. Like, it was fun. I could work through things, and even if they didn't like it, I still got to finish my set. So, like places like that. But there's a lot of there's you might go out on the road. I don't like DC, and I'll say that because I drove out to DC with my mattress in the back, and I was like, yo, I just need, like, let me get 2 minutes. And they're like, no. Like,
Well,
really, bro? Like, you're posted on the website. Oh no, we're just friends.
oh,
You're all friends posting an open mic online.
ah,
I felt disrespected. I didn't like it. I never went back.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because they can feel and sense the real deal. That's the problem. Like I said, Logan Paul or Jake Paul will never pick a fight on street because they know how it'll spin out. So
yeah,
and same as, like I said, if an inmate challenge them, they will never respond because
yeah,
it could be a really good marketing gimmick. And if you really want to make money, if he really wants to make money, he would pick, because they have shit full of great ideas, and somebody in his
yeah.
team must have tossed something like that. But they would never pick it because it will be very costly, like monetarily and also injury wise.
I really want to say. Then I would like to see Tate fight. I mean, like, even like Tate's a champion, but like with my experience in the league, that doesn't really mean that much. You know what I'm saying? A championship or whatever. Like, it's all about, we want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see more. And I would love to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to see Tate fight Paul. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I want to. Oh, you take Jake Paul. I'll take Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Andrew Tate is a real deal.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. But I
I
mean,
think
like,
I think our
I
podcast is
would top
gonna
his ass.
gonna yeah gonna end any moment, but we should do it again,
yeah,
and we should and you should join earlier next time so that we have more fun
yeah.
and more we will learn more from your experience and your depth in your craft, and it's